here today with Rick Clarke, our DDM of the Kincardine BIA. Rick and I work together very closely, and during this pandemic, we've been working together even more so. Together, we have distributed 2,000 baskets of essential items paid for by Bruce Power to vulnerable people through various organizations. Presently, we are working on distributing PPE, so masks, gloves, and hand sanitizer to our local businesses. I am more of a back-end person. I like spreadsheets, but Rick is like the Andy Griffith of Kincardine. So Rick has been out and about downtown and seeing how things have changed. Rick, could you give us a picture of what things were like 2 months ago and what you're seeing today?
Wow, 2 months ago, I mean, it was lonely. It was depressing. Seriously, it was not a happy place. But now, today, and especially with weather like we're getting this week, there's a new energy in the downtown. Our shops are reopening, all of them celebrating, practicing safe distancing and mitigation procedures, of course. But it's a great place to walk and about. It's with the Queen Street Bridge, which coincidentally has had an interesting impact on Queen Street. With the closing of the Queen Street Bridge, there's not the through traffic, so you don't have people driving through the downtown. The downtown now is a destination, so whatever vehicular traffic is down there is because people have specifically chosen to come downtown. And that's great. It's a convenient, pedestrian-friendly environment. The stores are opening up. There's a lot of enthusiasm. I think the change in the weather has also created some optimism. So it's a good place to be.
That's wonderful to hear. Yes, we did have winter right up until summer.
Yeah. Now it's, you grab a coffee or you walk the street a bit, so it's good.
That's wonderful. So I hear that we've had some changes downtown. We've had some reopenings, some changing of hands, a great succession story or two. Could you outline those for us, Rick?
Well, from end to end, there's a new energy. Certainly, we want to recognize that West Shore just opened their doors yesterday. And if you haven't seen the great work that Ash and Tanya have done to their building, you got to stop in. So we want to encourage you to stop in and welcome Ash and Tanya back to Lakeside downtown Kincardine, and you'll be impressed with their redecorating. It's in a totally new store, but so is Becker's next door. That was also a complete remodeling. Both of those stores, of course, almost a year ago experienced the tragic situation of the fire. They lost like some 14 months of business. So they are ready now to receive you in their totally renovated environments. And so that's exciting. Across the street, Harbor Rose changed hands. So we welcome Jay Boyer to Lakeside downtown Kincardine. And she has brought a lot of new ideas and enthusiasm to that storefront. So Harbor Rose is a store we want you to stop into. Around the corner, Compliments of Bisteca, a new name and a new vision for that store. And it has been open now for a few months, but if you haven't done the Bisteca takeout or just looked at the new product line that Compliments of Bisteca has, they are offering fresh produce in a storefront situation. So those people who are downtown can take advantage of some fresh produce available through Bisteca. And up at the other end, at the north end, fresh produce is also available now from Fine Fettle.
Oh, good. So
Fine Fettle, you can now get fresh produce there. So that's a convenience that we didn't generally have. Our restaurants are open for takeout, but and I think you were going to lead me into this, so I'm going to jump right in.
Yes, please.
Our restaurants are all of them. In fact, I have meetings with them this afternoon. are looking at bringing patios, outdoor sidewalk patios. And so hopefully that'll happen and very shortly. It goes to council with some BIA recommendations Monday night, and we're anticipating a favorable reception there. So not to get ahead of things, but there are some, as you well know, Ashley, participating in our earlier meeting this morning, there are some exciting new ideas to animate Lakeside downtown Kincardine during this situation, which is rather unique with the pandemic. So
you are personally responsible for quite a bit of animation downtown with the Lighthouse Blues Festival and on all of the events that you take part in with the BIA. Could you maybe give us a little bit of hope for the future? We know that there are a lot of event cancellations, but there are maybe a little reassurance that there are some things on the horizon that we're working on.
As an organization, well, I want to give a shout out, first of all, to both you, the Chamber, Kelly up at Tourism, and Jenna, our Community Development Officer. I mean, this is not me. This is a team effort of all of those organizations. And we meet on a regular basis, a frequent basis, and we certainly email back and forth and our text messaging. So with all of that brainstorming energy, we are trying to make Lakeside downtown Kincardine as exciting in 2020 as it has been in any other year. So yes, maybe some of those big events like this Kincardine Scottish and like the Lighthouse Blues Festival, like the Marine Festival, may be re-imaged for 2020. They're not going to be held in exactly the same format. We just can't do it. But we're trying to find all of the wiggle room we can with the provincial registration restrictions, with the public health limitations, and we are actively looking at different ways to make the downtown just as exciting. So the Lighthouse Blues Festival is already looking at different formats that we can bring live music, live entertainment. Kincardine After Dark, with its some 1,800 members, wants to get back downtown in the evenings. We want to get onto these patios that are being looked at. I don't want to get ahead of council or ahead of some of our applications, but I can tell people today, just at the end of May, 30 days from now, there'll be a lot happening.
Yes, we're all very excited. So if you do want to tune in to Kincardine Council, they are all online. You don't have to have cable. If you've got cable, you can go to the Rogers channel, but you can also go to rogers.com and find all of our council meetings as they happen, as well as everyone that has happened. So do tune in to stay up to date on our local municipal affairs. Rick, I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with us all today.
Can I just say that, let's keep the attitude positive.
Yes.
There are some social media sites that, frankly, I just have to avoid because the negativity really saps the energy, saps the enthusiasm for individuals like yourself and myself. Let's start looking at positive ways to make 2020, the summer of 2020, just as much fun as it's been any other year. It's a great community. There are so many great communities or great community groups that are anxious to be involved. So let's not discourage anybody.
Yes, I absolutely agree. And let us all be patient as our retailers open. So they do have new ways of doing business. So I'm gathering, Rick, when you're out and about, they must all have signage on their doors. So maybe we are encouraging people to just take a second and familiarize themselves and participate in whatever it is that those store owners are doing to protect both themselves as well as the public.
Yeah, and we want to acknowledge also Bruce Power for the help and support. Yeah, you touched base on the 2,000 food bags that we prepared, the 15,000 PPP, the face masks, and right now both the Chamber and the BIA are out there distributing 1,500 hand sanitizers. So they've been great. NPX over at the Kincardine Strong and the GBH Strong
Yes.
website. So there are a lot of collaborative efforts in place to make this good.
Yep, there's a lot of inspiring action taking place. Thank you for being part of it, Rick.
Thank you, Ash, and thanks for continuing to be so supportive of the Lakeside Downtown Kincardine.
Absolutely. Take care.
Bye-bye.